Welcome, adventurer! Today I want to tell you about a game where you have to grind a lot. Actually, you will spend 95% of your time grinding, and it's called Nevergrind Online, and it's done by Neverworks Games. And believe it or not, but the idea of this game is just mind-blowing. They try to make the first multiplayer first-person dungeon crawler RPG with real-time combat. Isn't it amazing? And from the moment I saw this game, I understand that I will never sleep well until I find, is this game good, is it really worth it? And I also know that you never will miss a chance to give this video a like. And now let me tell you my opinion, my impressions, and what I find behind this name, Nevergrind Online. And then when I entered the game, I was very impressed. A wonderful character creation. There are a lot of races, a lot of classes, classical stats, everything that you need. But I will not tell you a lot about character creation, because I know you never like this part of my video. So let's go on. And then I get into beautiful and magical city with a lot of buildings. There was a merchant here, a bank, a magic academy where you can learn some new and good and of course deadly spells. Also there was a tavern, apothecary and a lot of stuff. You even can create your own guild. So many nice and shiny and I believe powerful items was selling all around this village, but I have no gold. So I must go into the dungeon, and that's where problems start to appear. Do you remember, this is a multiplayer game, and of course you can go in dungeon solo, but the game says you straight, you will never beat the hardest dungeon, and to get a good loot you need to assemble a party of 5. And here I found the first huge problem, online is very low, about 20 players was sitting in the lobby. Okay, but I try anyway. I send invitation and somehow managed to get some of them into my party. And we go into the dungeon. Very easy first level dungeon for beginners. And dungeon was a huge disappointment, my friends. I was the party creator, so I walk the dungeon pressing forward, backward buttons, and I just wonder what other players doing, just sitting and waiting for combat? Oh, dungeon itself is too simple. You just go forward from one room to another, killing enemies, and then you find a final boss, defeat him, and get a chest full of treasures and loot. And of course, this dungeon is full of wild and angry monsters, and you will have a lot of combats. But this was the second disappointment. Combat is completely messed up. You don't understand who you're targeting, who you're hitting, in whom you fire all that spells, and completely don't understand what other players doing. In fact, you sitting and pressing abilities button, shooting a fireball, magic missiles, and then wait for them to reload and do it again. And it was so boring. In fact, if I wasn't a party creator and someone else controls the group movements, I can go to dungeon and just go to sleep and wake up after the dungeon to collect all this loot. Developer, for the God's sake, tell me, how do you manage to create so boring and unengaging combat? Oh my god, it must be the best part of the game. So I completed the dungeon to not set up my companions and leave the game and told myself I will never return. But never say never, cause this game is still in early access and maybe one day upon a full release I will return and check it once again. Cause it's really unique, a dungeon crawler multiplayer. So friends, I just hope you will never regret that you watched my video, and I will see you in my next one.